Sipping from the 843 Chucktown Bar Grill is where we be, man. Come on, we'll be talking here. Fargo and Ryan. Get out, shit, yeah, I ain't lying. Even with your boo, we going and we going live, man. Turn in a view. A different level, real talk. Is bringing some back. Lay back, having a good time. Can't argue with that, yeah.
Hello, my name is Alfonso.
And I'm Ryan.
And you're in for another sub-episode of Can't Argue With That. We're going to review my dog's favorite team, the Panthers.
Killer Cam in action.
We're going to go ahead and review the rest of the NFC South after that.
Right.
But without further ado, I have just a broad question for you.
Right.
What about your man Cam?
Give the people what they want.
What about your man Cam?
So Cam is now played a second game. He only threw 2 passes in the preseason. He had off-season shoulder surgery, like I said. Still a little rusty, but he looked a lot better in week 2 than he did in week 1. Team is 2-0.
So
Can't argue with the results.
With them being 2-0, do you think they're trending in the right direction?
Trending in the right direction. We're winning.
Well, can't argue with that.
Can't argue with the win.
All right, so
That's all we do is win.
I want to down you a little bit.
Try and down me because I got something. To pop off back. So
all right, so I'm not coming at you, but I'm coming at the fact that y'all are without a tight end.
Greg Olsen?
Yeah.
The all pro tight end.
Exactly.
The only tight end in NFL history with 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Did you know that?
Jason Witten never had.
Not Jason Witten.
Are you serious?
Not our boy Shannon Sharp.
Oh.
Not our boy Tony Gonzalez.
Oh.
Greg Olsen. Only tight end ever.
Antonio Gates?
Can't argue with that. Nope.
Oh man.
Our tight end.
Wow.
Underrated, huh?
That's
a bad man.
You saved that one.
We
had a pre-show meeting and
I told you I got something for you.
I
told you I got something for you.
All right. So y'all got a #1 ranked defense.
Number 1 overall.
Little wins. So
little wins. How many wins do the Cowboys have?
We got 1.
Panthers. Okay. Anyways. That's neither here nor there. Let's not worry about that. But anyways, please continue with your question, sir.
I'm just asking you if Greg Olsen a big deal or no big deal.
So going back to backtrack a little bit, 2 years ago we lost Kelvin for the season, and we went to the Super Bowl.
Very true.
We went to the Super Bowl.
Very good point. But
However, it's a bigger deal than losing Kelvin Benjamin.
Exactly,
I will say
this is a running game too. This is a running game.
Well, Greg Olsen's just better than Kelvin Benjamin, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather lose Kelvin than lose Greg Olsen.
Most definitely.
But it's not like a deal breaker for our season. I mean, we'll keep on our motto: keep on pounding. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
And he's not off for the season. He's gonna miss the next 8 games, and he'll be back, finish season strong in the last 6, which is right when we will be peaking. Our offense would have caught up with that #1 ranked defense. And we'll be peaking, and then we'll get Greg Olsen back, and then we'll be flying high.
All right. So last time we talked about it, you admitted to me that a guy from my alma mater, my ex-teammate Josh Norman, you said that y'all lost y'all swagger without him. Y'all need him back. Do y'all need him back?
If you're asking me, would
I know you can use him.
Would I like Josh Norman?
You can use him, but I said, do you need him back?
Do we need him? No.
Okay. All right. But you would take him.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
All right. So the next question I have for you is about your New Orleans Saints. I meant the New Orleans Saints. I'm sorry. So I was disappointed.
You got no problem.
I was disappointed in Adrian Peterson because Adrian Peterson, he did not act up like I thought he would. He's on my fantasy.
Okay.
Because I had to get him to replace, the dude from Miami, stuff like that. So. What do you think about him? Do you think that he's going to be productive?
I think Adrian Peterson on the Saints, this is basically what it is for him at this point in his career. And before everyone gets up in arms and say he should demand a trade, this, that, X, Y, Z, and the other, keep in mind the reason why he signed with the Saints. Because no one else wanted him. That's why he signed with the Saints.
He could have went back with the Indianapolis. With Minnesota. Yeah, he could have went back with them.
He could have, and then he opted for greener pastures, and guess what happened?
The grass is not.
He went to the Patriots. They didn't want him. Seattle chose Fat Eddie Lacy over workout warrior Hall of Famer Adrian Peterson.
They also chose Russell Wilson on the 1 yard line over Marshawn Lynch.
That's neither here. By the way, segue.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that the Raiders called audible at the 1 yard line this past weekend?
Yeah.
You know what it's called?
Exactly.
Seattle.
Exactly.
And they threw the ball to Crabtree for a touchdown.
Exactly.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to Adrian Peterson, no longer to be confused with that Hall of Fame guy named AP.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not him anymore.
Yeah.
He's a third string running back
Mm-hmm.
for the Saints, and that's pretty much where he's going to stay this season.
Yeah. I'm figuring that as well.
Cursing out your coach isn't what you need to be. Not going to do him any favors either.
Guess how many yards he got after that?
It's not even about the yards. Tell the people how many snaps he got. It's not even about the yards. Tell them the snaps he got.
0?
Maybe 1 or 2 after he cursed.
After he cussed him out, I think he got like...
He probably had to go back to the locker room.
Exactly.
I don't know. Then past week, Patriots, after making a fuss, he got 2 extra carries.
Yeah.
Shows you what they think about him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Sean Payton is against him. You know what I mean? He's against him. Regardless of how productive he is, Sean Payton is against him.
you're an Adrian Peterson fan, right? What's he gonna do against our number 1 ranked defense this Sunday? Tell me.
I'm going to shut him down. If he gets in.
If he gets playing time, he's gonna shut down.
I'm going to shut him down.
If he gets playing time, he's getting
Most
shut down,
definitely.
right?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
see. So that's that. And hopefully, when we play the Saints this weekend, our offense. Well, you know what they call the Saints defense, right?
What's the score, though?
We gotta get right.
What's
We're
the
gonna
score?
get right this weekend.
What's the score against them Aints?
Usually against the Saints, it's usually a higher scoring game when we play the Saints. It's our division, and I'm a Drew Brees fan. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
Score prediction. I got something 27-20, 30-20.
Okay. Close game.
Yeah. We usually play them close.
Yeah. Division game.
Yeah.
So, last question I want to close out with. So the last year's, crashers.
Mm-hmm.
So what are they doing? What are they going to do? The Super Bowl disappointment. The Atlanta Falcons. What are they
Are
going
we
to do?
talking about a team that was up 28-3?
28-3. Never forget.
I will say I really did expect them to have more of a Super Bowl hangover.
Uh-huh.
Hopeful, because we had a nasty hangover.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think part of our Super Bowl hangover was the fact that we had to play the Broncos first game of the season.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if the Falcons played the Patriots first game of the season and lost again.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's sort of,
That's depressing.
Like,
kills your morale.
Like, we had all off season to wreck the ship, and we still got it wrong.
We do nothing.
Like it's like, what have we been doing all off season,
Exactly.
right? But that should look pretty good. Their
Very
offense
true.
is still good. So, I mean, and I did predict them to go back to the playoffs this season. So,
All right.
I mean, this still falls right in line.
And then as well, Tampa Bay. So what are they going to do next week? Next week, I believe that they have. I saw it already. My apologies.
Tampa Bay. Who they playing? They're playing the Vikings.
Vikings. Yeah. So Vikings. That's a weird thing because I don't know if Sam Bradford's going to play. And I think he's important. He's actually important.
He is important because Sam Bradford. I'm not a Sam Bradford fan. I'm not a fan. He's
Yeah.
been in the league 8 years. He's never been to the playoffs once. That's the number 1 overall pick. So
Can't argue with that.
can't argue with that. But can't argue with the fact that Case Keenum, their backup, gives them no chance to win.
Exactly.
So it depends. If Sam Bradford plays, I like the Vikings in this game. If they don't, I do not like the Vikings.
Exactly.
As simple as that.
That's exactly my
Can't
opinion.
argue with that.
Can't argue with
I
that.
don't like Case Keenum. You
Anything
got
else good, sir?
Case Keenum, or you got Jameis Winston over there?
I got crab legs.
Right. Exactly.
But anything to close out, man?
Oh man, just Panthers keep on pounding. We're gonna do what we do. Take that number 1 ranked defense.
Mm-hmm.
Show them up against the Saints. Hopefully, we'll get some respect after we get this third dub.
Exactly.
We'll take that gladly.
Can't argue with that.
Take
Can't argue
that.
with that. All right, I just want to let y'all know. Make sure y'all subscribe. We have a
Please
Facebook
share.
page, of course, but we have a YouTube page as well. So it's called Can't Argue with That,
Can't
of
argue
course.
with that.
And you can't argue with that. Just go ahead and subscribe. Hit subscribe.
Share.
Like if you want. Share. Do all that, man. Support.
Thank
Y'all have a
you.
good evening. We'll be back.